Well, this just looks like the wall of a madman. Which I guess he is kind of one, but... What's he doing?
He's... Oh my! The whole wall of the cell is covered in mathematical equations!
And he's still writing more now. Professor, sorry to interrupt. Did they even mean anything?
Mr. Naruhodo, who's this young lady?
You can't have her.
My name is Susato Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor.
Yo, if only I'd met a refined young woman like you sooner! None of this would have happened. No, that's not logical. That makes no sense at all. Oh dear.
Oh dear, I'm sorry if my presence here upsets you.
I owe you an apology too, Professor. I didn't manage to deliver what I promised you I would in court this morning.
Oh no. The whole thing, the whole miserable affair. It all happened because I've been such a complete and utter clot.
Professor Hairbrain, what have you been working on in your cell?
Yo, you mean that? Oh dear, how embarrassing. I was suddenly struck by an idea, you see, and I simply had to write it down. The wall was all I had to hand.
Oh, is this some new hypothesis? Something to surpass super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, maybe?
No actually. This is my autobiography.
Your autobiography? Huh?
Hell, I was diddled and fiddled by Albert Hairbrain. I found I could represent my odd fortunes with only odd numbers and an ambitious set of simultaneous equations.
Really?
I'm going to have to pay back all the loans I took from the kinesis machine, you see. So it's going to be a new serial publication from next month. Part 1, an odd birth, an odd upbringing.
You can't beat the man's optimism, that's for sure. I see. Well, for now, would you mind if we talked a little more about the case?
Oh yes, of course. I've been working through the numbers. I was diddled, I was fiddled by the pair of them. By Asman and that aloof grabber.
We're not going to have to sit through an explanation of all these equations, are we? Okay. Morning's trial.
Everything I believed in has been turned on its head. My research, Mr. Asman, the kinesis machine, my hypothesis even.
I'm so sorry it's come to this. There was really no other way.
Oh no, it's not your fault. I wanted to protect my work, but in the end, there was nothing worth protecting. It was never my intention to deceive anyone. I didn't want to trick the public.
No, of course you didn't.
But in court this morning, I realized something. Oh?
If you've done something wrong without knowing it, you've still done something wrong. Logically, it makes no difference if you're aware of it or not. Ignorance is a poor excuse. The blame still lies with me.
Oh, Professor.
He believed in me this morning, you know. Barak did. He believed in my hypothesis.
Well, I think that was just a necessary factor in the prosecution establishing its case.
No. Barak wouldn't do something like that. I'm sure he genuinely believed it.
Did he? Aw, what a nice man.
I think I understand now. Why it was that he decided to take out the prosecution of my trial, I mean.
Oh? Do tell. You know this man better than me? Who do you think you are, you fuck?
After the terrible accident happened, nobody would believe in my hypothesis anymore. Not the police, not the prosecution service, not any lawyers even.
I feel like I dealt some kind of finishing blow there.
So if any other prosecutors had taken the case, if it was anyone other than Barak, I'm sure the prosecution would have declared my hypothesis complete and utter nonsense.
And in that case, you would have been declared a fraud yourself, Professor.
Exactly, which would have been a fate worse than death for me. But Barak insisted that I was a proper man of science from start to finish.
You think that's why he...
I know him very well indeed. He's an extremely kind-hearted soul.
I agree. I think so too.
But that extremely kind-hearted soul spent all morning trying to paint you as a murderer, didn't he?
Well, admittedly, that part of the analysis appears to have some flaws in it.
And what about the whole Reaper side of things? How does that fit in with the kind-hearted soul idea? Well, he's doing it so that it would lessen the amount of crimes that happens. I don't know.
Do you think he set out to trick me from the very start?
I'm sorry to say, that does seem likely, yes.
When I first met him, he introduced himself as a wealthy financier. He looked over the papers I'd written and said my work would benefit all humanity and must be pursued. He was so enthused. He was so emphatic, whatever.
But in reality, he was the mastermind of some vast criminal network, it seems.
I still can't believe it.
As the machine was essentially a set decoration for some stage magic, it probably didn't require a large amount of investment, actually.
But the scale of it wasn't just some small trick. It was a very elaborate feat of deception.
All young scientists are full of hope about their burgeoning ideas, full of zeal. But none of us have any money. We want to do research, but we can't afford it. Many of us take on barely legal part-time work to try to earn just a few measly pennies to carry on. To go through all that, only to be taken for a complete fool. It's too rotten to believe.
It is, I agree. That's why we have to find those responsible for bringing them to justice. Mr. Asmund is no more, of course, which leaves only the engineer.
Mr. Enoch Dribber.
Is he an engineer, or a magician, or a swindler? I wonder what's the pun behind his name, Enoch Dribber. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right.
It was about a year ago when Mr. Asmund first brought Dribber to meet me in my laboratory. Since then, I've met him many times to discuss details about the kinesis machine.
But at no point did you have any inkling that he was just an illusionist?
Oh, he definitely wasn't just an illusionist.
What do you mean?
He was a wealth of deep scientific knowledge. There's no question that the man is a genuine scientist. It's instantly apparent in conversation.
I see.
But the wretched man deceived you, Professor. It's unforgivable. We must do everything we can to find him and bring him to justice. And there's no more clues you can give us Are there no more clues you can give us about his whereabouts?
I'm sorry. We only ever discussed the kinesis machine, nothing else.
Really? You never even went so far as to get like a cup of tea with him or something?
Although, just once, I did visit his workshop.
What the fuck? What workshop?
Dribber's enormous fabrication laboratory, where he constructed my great machine.
What the... Okay? Why didn't you mention this before? And on Dribber's workshop? There's a very chance we might find that man there. Are you serious? This guy is so stupid. So you've been to Dribber's place of work then?
Yes, just once, you understand. It was an enormous place. Plenty of room to construct the kinesis machine, you see.
Where can we find it? We have to go there at once. There's a good chance that we'll find Dribber there.
Well, yes, definitely. I'm sure. As in, I'm sure you're not going to want to hear this. But I have absolutely no idea where the workshop is at all.
What, were you blindfolded?
I'm so sorry.
I was more than half expecting that.
You see, I was blindfolded in the carriage the entire way there.
He blindfolded you? He wasn't taking any chances then.
That place was incredible, the pinnacle of modern engineering. Even the oil he used was the very best, a special French machine oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. Yeah, the indescribable scent of that important oil. Perfumers across the world should forget their secret formula and use that instead.
Oh, what do you think, Mrs. Sato? I'll a machine for your next birthday?
I've never used any kind of perfume, Mr. Naruhodo, and I'm not sure I'd like to start with that. I don't suppose you know every part of the... I don't suppose you even know part of the workshop's address, Professor? You don't have a business card for Mr. Draper, for example? The man was clearly very cautious, Mrs. Sato. I'm sure he would never... Ah-ha! I do! He gave me his business card once! It's right here! Look! Why is this guy so... Let me see that! Throw etiquette to the wind, why don't you? Whatever. Herlock Trevor, engineer. I'm afraid that's all it says. There's no address. There's a plus sign on it, though. No. Oh well, I can't say I'm surprised. Still, this could be useful. Oh, let's examine it then. Let's examine it then. Let's examine it then. Let's looky. There's a money sign and there's a plus sign. Ew, what is this? This dark smudge here. I think perhaps it's machine oil. Ah, yes, possibly. Professor Harebrained mentioned something about the oil Mr. Drebber uses, didn't he? He said it was especially important, very high quality oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. Yes, that's right. But more importantly, that it's more fragrant than the finest perfume. So excuse me a moment. Oh, it doesn't appear to have any scent at all. Don't worry. I expected that's just because there's such a tiny amount on there. Huh. Okay, interesting. I wonder how that's gonna help us. Okay. Are we done talking to you? Let's present some stuff to them, maybe. Crossbow! Professor Harebrained, what do you make of this? Oh, yes, nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. It's nothing. It's nothing important. Nothing important. I can't skip this. God help me. Okay. What about this? Andrew. Professor, do you recognize this? Oh, it's Andrew, my faithful friend. How have you been? Are you alright? Nobody mistreated you, have they? Don't worry, he's being very well looked after. I always rub him with machine oil until he's gleaming. Right. And then, when I come to tighten the screw with him, he slips in my hand and I can't do it. It's that age-old problem facing by driver files the world over, isn't it? I really wouldn't know, I'm afraid. Cool. What about this? Professor... No. What else can I present to you? A card? Nope. What about this? How could this have happened? You must feel awful, as well as a man losing his life. The crystal tower is greatly damaged, too. I know what happened. It must have been that. That? The day before the demonstration, I had my usual meal of frankfurters at the hotel restaurant. When I paid the bill, they gave me 3 shillings too much in change. But instead of saying anything, I just slipped the coins into my pocket. They're still there now. It's divine retribution for my wrongdoing. That's what this is. For a scientist, he has some very illogical anecdotes. Long and illogical. I mean, I get it. I've thought that way too. I guess there's nothing to present to him. What have I examined? Oh, I can't examine the... Am I done with you then? I guess I'm done with you. Bye. There's a lot of places to visit. Why are those 2 balloons different sizes? They're different shapes. Is that how it works? Oh, Doggy! Doggy! I had no idea there were so many people in the world. Oh, I know what you mean. It's really packed here today. It feels as though it's taken us 2 hours just to make our way through the crowds at this point. Has it? I shut my brain down, so I didn't really notice, to be honest. Gosh, I do wish I had your absence of mind sometimes, Mr. Naruhodo. There you are. I had a feeling you lot would show up your mugs before long. Oh my god, it's Luigi. I thought it was Gina. Oh, Inspector Gregson. I see you're hard at work as usual. Warm greetings to you. I do hope you've been keeping well since last we met. What's with all the ceremony? We just saw each other in court this morning.
Not you, Sunshine. The gentlewoman so loyally at your side. Oh, that's so polite.
Oh, why thank you, Inspector. How good of you to notice.
What a nice young man. He might be rough around the edges, but he's still a proper English gentleman at heart, I suppose. As you probably guessed, we were hoping to investigate the scene some more. Right. Well, that's the young trainee's domain. Oi! Get over here, Gina! Oh, she got a nice little Percy. Oh, she does not care. She seems to be busy playing with the puppy. Oh, probably giving it a traditional East End training.
Gina? She's a police officer now?
Oh, that's right, she doesn't know. Amazing, isn't it? She's a good kid, actually. Heart's in the right place, anyway. She's got the detection bug, if you ask me. Audio. Yep. I think she'll follow in my footsteps nicely. Are you retiring? Oh, what do you mean? I'm being
We're losing Luigi! No!
I'm being transferred. It's time for me to say toodaloo to London. No!
Oh no! Really? That's a bit sudden, isn't it? I had no idea.
Why? Where are you gonna be posted then?
We'll come to see you how you're getting along.
Ha, not likely, but you're welcome to try. If you don't mind a trip to France, that is.
What?
France? You can't even speak of France. I'll be working in the Paris Police Prefecture. She'll be right up my alley.
But France? That's an entirely different country. I don't understand. Why would you be sent there?
That's the way the adult world works, Sunshine. Now don't go poking your nose in where it's not wanted. Well, I have to. We're about to lose Luigi. I'm intending to take the kid with me when I go.
What? You're taking Gina to Paris?
Well, I can't leave her here in London. Who knows what's become of her? Well, first of all, you can't just take a kid with you. What the hell?
But second, what?
I suppose he's worried she slipped back into slipping her hands into people's pockets of purses.
That's a huge responsibility. God damn. Have you taken her as your daughter? I don't think he's worried about her pickpocketing, Miss Naruhodo. I think he's worried about the Reaper.
Oh!
Of course. So that's playing on Inspector Gregson's mind too, is it?
Oh! Isn't he too good? Anyway, I haven't mentioned any of this to Gina, so don't go blabbing, hear me?
Why doesn't she know?
No, of course not.
Especially because you're planning on taking her with you. She should know, no?
I've got to keep that diving diva safe and sound. Until all this is over, at least.
Oi! Did you just call me a blooming diva, the diving diva again?
So you heard that, did you? Right, well. Any questions about the scene? You can put them to my capable detective diva here.
Oh my god! Luigi's such a good guy! Alright, you heard the boss. Inspector Lestrange's in charge here now.
Where'd that dog go? I suppose I better keep my word and not mention anything about Paris. So, Gina, you've got a new dog, have you?
She picked up the dog! Puppy! Huh? Isn't he great? Toby's his name. Oh, how delightful! He's absolutely adorable! Oh.
Yes, the dog does seem lovely. But it's the not-so-lovely Inspector Gregson that's playing on my mind, to be honest. Oh, he called the dog I was wondering, like, who do we know that's a Toby? Gregson's first name is Tobias. Oh, Luigi, no! Are you being transferred because of some sus shit? Why did this spin? Gina. We were actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again.
Yeah, alright. If it's around here, you can do what you like.
Oh? That's right, is it?
Woo! I'm gonna be playing with my new friend here.
Yes. Toby.
See, you wouldn't get this sort of animations with the older games. Man! What's happening? I want a new Ace Attorney game in this style. God dang it. The machine that exploded must be at the top of those stairs, I presume?
Oh god.
I haven't actually seen it yet, so if you don't mind. Sorry, you can't go up there,
I thought she said snooze.
Suze? Oh? It's like I told Otto yesterday. Even I ain't allowed near that wreck. What's it called again? The reason we ain't supposed to touch it? Special
Special dispensation for scientific equipment act? Is that what you were thinking of?
That's the one. That's why only them lot allowed to investigate it. What are they called again? The forensic something.
The forensic investigation team? Is that what you were thinking of?
That's the one, yeah. But isn't it the case that the special dispensation has been lifted? I think so. I don't really get it, to be truthful with you. You're still supposed to get permission from some bigwig, as far as I know.
I did! I got it! Oh, thank God I went there before I came here.
What was his name again? Lord Strange something.
I'm not sure that's quite right, Gina.
I think you mean Lord Strongheart, perhaps? That's the one, yeah! Apparently he's always watching the time or something. Actually, we've just recently been to see Lord Strongheart.
Eh? You what? You've met him?
Last time the boss was called to go and see him, he waited for 3 hours at the Cove's office and came back sniffling.
Tragic.
Oh well, Lord Strongheart has given us permission to examine the scene as long as we touch nothing. Oh yeah?
Honestly.
Alright then, go ahead. But if it turns out you're lying, it'll be the boss who gets it. He'll never eat another chip again in his life. So, you're still saying all this is above board, are you?
I'm sure everything will be fine. That really would be tragic.
Alright then, stems the stairs. Off you go. Oh, thank you, Gina.
I'm not ready to go.
It was great, wasn't it? I had a right laugh. It was a new one on me that... You know, being in court and not spend the whole time worrying about if you found out... What? About what? Found out. You did keep an awful lot of secrets in all your previous court appearances, didn't you? Yeah, and Otto made things very hard for me every single time and all.
Just doing my job, Gina.
But watching someone else get it in the neck is a lot of fun, actually. It was amazing when you showed that dodgy professor's dodgy experiment was a total fix.
The dodgy professor, as you put it, Gina, is Mr. Naruhodo's client. Yes, I'm starting to wish he wasn't, though. My God.
It's the boss I feel sorry for, sent off to doing the impossible.
Oh, what do you mean?
He's supposed to arrest out of the cove, ain't he? And in time for tomorrow and all. You know, a dodgy engineer. What's his name again?
Mr. Drebber, you mean? Enoch Drebber.
That's the one, yeah.
So the police are looking for this mysterious man with the black monocle. I guess they would be.
He's putting too much on the boss, if you ask me. He say it's giving him a gut ache.
Aw, maybe you should stop eating fucking fried food.
Oh dear, but I do wonder if that acid isn't actually from all that fried food.
Do they have fish and chips in France? I don't know, that might be a really stupid question to ask. So Scotland Yard are trying to track down Mr. Enoch Drebber. I wonder if they've had any luck.
He's really funny looking. Got 2 eyes don't match. Stole a glimpse of a picture of him earlier. I mean, I didn't actually pinch it or nothing. The old devil's got it.
Sorry? Who?
You know, that scowling reaper was always glugging and glanced at that blood-red plunk.
Ah, Lord Van Zeeks. Lord Van Zeeks has a picture of the guy? Oh, we're gonna go visit him!
He's always had it in for me though, that cove. Dunno why he's always scowling about mine. Probably would have been pretty good boss as it goes.
What? She'd rather be the Reaper's apprentice than a detective's trainee?
What?
The way I see it, if the choice is between a chip-guzzling detective and a chalice-glugging demigod, you're equally badly off with both. But the demigod is cute.
I suppose you're right. I hadn't thought of it like that.
Glad we put that one to bed.
Anyway, the point is, everyone at the yard's dead set on finding the fishy engineer. But there don't seem to be no clues to go on, so they're stuck.
There's nothing that can lead us to Drebber at all? Wait, I have a business card that tells us nothing yet. Where did you find that little mutt then, Gina? Oh, we're gonna use a dog to find the oil! Maybe.
Oi, don't be so flaming rude, Otto!
Slight overreaction, don't you think?
He ain't no mutt, alright? Toby's. How'd they put it? Oh yeah, a bona fide detective.
Sorry?
I've given him a proper title and everything. It's Chief Inspector Toby to you.
More senior than Inspector Gregson, is he?
Oh, so he's a police dog, is he?
He's gonna sniff things out. The police recruits dogs now?
I've heard that they've already been used officially in Germany as part of the city policing.
Or what?
They're used for chasing criminals and such like. They have a wonderful sense of smell after all.
I have a fairly good sense of smell myself as it happens. I can tell undergarments that have been freshly laundered from undergarments that... We got ourselves a pervert here.
That's nothing compared to this little fellow, Otto.
Oh, really?
According to what the boss says. What's Toby that got good whiff of your drawers? Could chase the scent to the other side of the world.
What? To the other side of the world? You mean... He can swim...
God.
I'm okay. I'm okay. He probably could swim. But I love that that was his takeaway. But
Mr. Naruhodo, I think you may have missed the point, but by rather a wide margin.
Ryunosuke is so funny. I just can't believe this little dog has such an incredible skill. At swimming.
I'm telling you, Otto, there's gotta be more than there's gonna be more and more dogs doing their bit for the police in the future. Yes, I agree. Right? One of these days they'll be barking orders at us lot and not the other way around. Oh dear. Sorry, Gina. I don't think I agree with your vision quite that much. Well, anyway, whatever you think about that, Toby is here, Britain's first police dog. I found him down in the East End the other day. Someone had just chucked him out on the streets.
There you go. I knew she'd lifted him from somewhere. My god, you just stole a dog!
Oh, Gina, you're such a kind-hearted soul, aren't you? To children and to animals.
Okay. So before I present the business card to her, is there new things to... That's not new, right?
Here's the scorching on the ground that you mentioned.
Yes, and that's where and that's what's left of the green balloon's envelope. All clear evidence of the balloon that exploded on the day of the incident.
Poor Professor Hairbrain. I do feel sorry for him that his dreams have been shattered like this.
Someone's well and truly burst his bubble, as it were. Ha ha ha! Oh my god, Ryunosuke! Oh my god! Ouch! I'm a bad person. Ah! God, what the fuck?
The Crystal Tower. I can't believe I'm seeing it at such close proximity with my own eyes.
You've really been looking forward to the great exhibition, haven't you, Mrs. Sato?
Oh yes, when I found out that I had to return to Japan, I'm afraid I cursed my luck.
But here you are, back in London, gazing up at the magnificent tower.
I know. Perhaps I was wrong to curse my luck so harshly.
I'm so happy for you. Is there anything else to look at? Oh, up. Nope. Whoa!
What a shame that the symbolic landmark of the great exhibition has been damaged like this.
Yes. Unfortunately, the birdcage crashed in the most prominent position possible. It's the gods giving us a warning, if you ask me. Man must have traveled under his own steam, and not cut corners with instantaneous kinesis.
But imagine what might have happened if that birdcage had landed in a slightly different location. The death toll could have been far worse. So I think perhaps it was a blessing in disguise.
Well, the gods are benevolent, obviously. I did say it was just a warning. Pfft, man must have traveled under his own steam. Or next time, bird cages will rain down on all of you.
Your faith is much stronger than I realized.
Well, how do you think I passed the entrance exam for Yume University? It wasn't by studying alone. He's calling him so fucking stupid. Is there anything else? I guess not. Alright, I think we're done for now. Let me see if I can... Gina, can I present this card to you? About this. Oh, about this, Gina.
Yeah, I'm still learning me letters at the moment. I only know A to E, so if it ain't too much bleeding trouble...
Eh?
Actually, Gina, it's the back of the card that's important. Eh? How come? There's just a dirty old smudge on the back, that's all. It turns out that this is very high-quality French machine oil. It's a very particular scent, apparently. You don't say! Let's have a whiff, then. Sniff, sniff. You sure? I don't smell none.
No, we didn't mean that you should smell it.
Oh, right. You mean Toby.
His sense of smell is so good, he can track people over the oceans, can't he? I think that's an exaggeration, but good thing we're not having to cross the ocean.
Professor Harebrained informs us that this oil is unique to Mr. Drebber's workshop.
Sniff, 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 sniff. Sniff, 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 sniff. Quack, quack. I think he's picked up a scent.
So you mean, it follows the scent of this oil? Toby could lead us to that dodgy cove's workshop. That's right. That's exactly what we were hoping for. Alright then, we'll give it a go. I'll just borrow that.
What? Wait, what did you... Oh, what's a pickpocket?
If I can lead everyone to that Drebber's workshop, I'll be the boss's boss before next week. Oh, yes, Gina. I'm sure you'll be promoted.
Fuck. Poor Gregson. Okay, bye.
Right then, Otto. Leave it to me.
Sorry?
We're going to get going after that dodgy engineer's cove right this minute. Oh, but hang on. Someone's supposed to be on guard duty here all the time.
I'm afraid we can't help. We need to get on with our investigation as well, Gina.
Oh, right. Oh well, never mind. It ain't gonna be me what gets in the neck. It'll be the boss.
Oh my god. Poor Gregson again.
Ready, Toby? Get that oil sense out of you. Come on then, boy.
Shut point the butt in her face.
See you later.
We're all alone now. Boom, boom.
I do hope the scent of that oil leads him to that swindler's workshop.
Yes, I hope so too. Ideally before the dog swims across the channel to France. We're going up. Hey, that means we can touch shit. You can't stop me. Oh, I have to go up. Wait, how do I have to examine. These stairs lead up to the experimental station 6. Let's go and see what we can find out.